Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating financial freedom for billions of people across this world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people, and most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is for you to learn and know how to be chosen and anointed by God. In essence, people, the way you got to look at it like this is that the fact that we can all agree that the Spirit of God lives in all of us, then that also means that God have a purpose for all our lives because he literally lives in all of us, right? Now, you don't necessarily have to know exactly what your purpose is right now because, that could take a while. But here's things that I'll share with you that I know will put you on that journey. First and foremost, people, is that you have to get to the point where God can use you. See, right now in your current form, he can't use you because there's characteristics that you must develop. There's habits that you must develop. There's a certain way of being that you must evolve into before he can use you. Because, the reason why I don't choose everybody is because, not in the beginning, but you can get there eventually. But when he got you to the point where he have built those characteristics and habits and personality trait within you, then he basically can use you at that point because he knows that you're not going to fumble the task that he has for you. And that's essentially how you got to look at it, people, is that really and truly we are indeed all called. We are all being called to do God's will on this earth, man. But the few people that are chosen are the people that took the time to do the work. Now, that's what I want to talk about today is what does that look like? Well, first and foremost, people, is that you must develop yourself. There's no shortcut around that one, man. You must develop yourself. And the development I'm talking about is things that you control. It's more your characteristics, you know what I'm saying? You have to look at the traits of great leaders because to be used by God, you must be a leader. So therefore, you have to adapt, number one, the characteristic of a great leader. Because you can't just lead yourself and be fulfilling God's will. You have to lead people. And in order for you to be an effective leader, you must develop the habits and the characteristic of great leaders. So first, make that be known to you. And the number one prerequisite as far as that goes, people, is that you must develop a true and sincere love and compassion for your fellow human beings. That's one of the number one prerequisite, people, is that you must have a genuine love and compassion for people. You must want to see the betterment of people. You must also not judge per se. You know what I'm saying? You can't judge people because, we're all imperfect beings, so you can't go judging people either. And if you're doing that, stop it. You know what I'm saying? You have to really look past your judgment and find the greatness in people because everybody have it. That's what we call potential, and it's like the better you get good at seeing the potential in people and not only see it, but do something about it by inspiring and motivating people to tap into the greatness that's within them. That's you practicing, people. That's you developing yourself, man. But you must develop the characteristic of a great leader. And those are just a couple things that I know facts that you must develop that I'm sharing with you. Also, you must develop great work ethic, people. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bible says, man, without faith, without work is dead, man. People that just talk about things, they're not going anywhere, people. The people that talk about what they want to do and deliver on it, or at least every single day work towards it, then they're the ones that, reap the rewards, take the spoils of life. So you must be willing to have a great work ethic, people. And for me, the philosophy I've developed when it comes to that is to be a hard worker and also a smart worker, people, And another thing I say, man, is that you must learn how to master your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Is that you have to really free yourself by not being nobody's puppets, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to realize that if whatever negative emotions that you're that's being triggered, you must start exploring, like, okay, why am I being upset in those instances? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling those any kind of emotions you don't want to feel, people? And go to the root cause of those problems and then change it. You know what I'm saying? Make a conscious choice, man, that you're gonna take control of your life, you know what I'm saying, and not allow outside forces, outside people to be controlling your emotions or state of being. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't lead them, you can't follow and be calling yourself the leader at the same time. There's nothing wrong with following in instances where you don't know, the information, but and learn from that perspective. But if you're truly leading, you can't lead from behind. You know what I'm saying? You have to develop yourself so you are competent enough to know what to do, and and be a true leader for people. So my point is, people, those are just a few things right there. But self-development, when I tell you, is definitely a huge part of it. The other part of it, people, is your spirituality, man. You must tap into that, people. There's no shortcut to that. Again, we're mind, body, and spirit. And that right there is a journey, man. It's a real journey, but I strongly suggest that you pray every single day, multiple times a day. That is indeed the language of the spirit. And you have to tap into the spirit of God that's inside of you. And once, over time, you will get there, people. Like, don't beat yourself up for not getting there overnight, man. Like, it takes time. Another thing, too, people, is you must disassociate religion with spirituality. You know what I'm saying? In the sense that you don't have to follow man-made doctrines, people, to have a great relationship with God. Like, you have to come to that conclusion. I don't want you to feel guilty because you're cursing. I don't want you to feel guilt or shame because you're not perfect, because you wasn't designed to be perfect, people. We're all imperfect beings. You know what I'm saying? And don't judge yourself, and damn sure don't judge others. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I want you to get to the point, man, where you get rid of a lot of the myths when it comes to religion, you know what I'm saying, and your spiritual connection with God. Because, again, where's God? He's inside you, man. He's inside all of us. He's in every single living being on in this universe. That's where God is. When you're praying for people, pray to the spirit of God that's in people, and pray to the spirit of God that's in yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Spirit of God lives in you just like it lives in me. I was talking, to my wife yesterday, and we was just talking about this stuff, man. And it's like, that's what motivate me to really want to share this with you people, because it's like our idea of what our relationship should be with God is not necessarily what it really is, man. And I'm just sharing this with you because I really want you to really go on that exploration journey for yourself, because no matter how much I tell you things, you have to figure a lot of these parts out by yourself, people. And you can't figure it out unless you actually get busy doing the work, and be okay with all the ups and downs along the way. Be okay with, there's a lot of challenges that you're going to face along the way, people. There's no denying that, because you got to realize, man, that when you're changing, which is required, is that the natural reflex is to go back to the way you've always been. So you're your biggest challenge at this point. Realize that, and be okay with that, and embrace and accept that that's your truth. And as you go in there with that mindset, people, and being willing to push yourself beyond old boundaries, then it's like you're on your way, man. And just realize, people, that, you're not perfect, man. Nobody is. And there's going to be plenty of ups and downs along the way. But I know that you're up for the challenge. And just realize and tell yourself this, that the mistakes and challenges that you're overcoming, especially the ones that you're repeating, those are lessons, man. That's how God teaches lessons, is by us going through different experiences, different challenging times, and we overcome them. And as we overcome them, people, then there's invaluable lessons in that. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's what's preparing us to really take on the purpose that God had for our life. You know what I mean? If we was ready, we would have already gotten it. The fact that you don't have it yet, or you haven't even identified it yet, is because you need to get yourself ready. prepare for it. You know, there's an old saying: you either preparing success or experiencing it. In my mind, I'm always preparing people. I'm always challenging myself for what's next, because by doing that, people, that's how you really get better, number one. And number two is that it prepares you for the challenges and for the purpose that God have over your life. But believe me when I tell you, people, we all have a purpose here. We really do. And I just want to help you get on a path where you can not only find out what your purpose is, but get to the point where you can prove to God that he can trust you, man, that you have enough faith in him to really deliver and fulfill all your wants and needs, man. And in this trusting that he will guide you to really get to the point where you are not only prepared, but will be effective in delivering his purpose onto this world, people. I want you to work on that, people, on an every single day basis, man, because that's the greatest accomplishment anybody can have in this world. I promise you that, you know. That's one of them things that no amount of money can buy, man. That is priceless to me. That is the biggest and greatest asset there is out here, is to get to a point where you're so enlightened, where you become the spirit of God that's inside of you. Because if he's inside of you, isn't that part of your possession? Now, people talk about this stuff in third person, man. I'm telling you, you want to get to the point where you claim, accept, and embrace that the Spirit of God lives inside of you, you know? People love to talk about him in the third person, but God is inside of you, people. Get and embrace and accept that, man. And the more and quicker you get to that point where you actually really and truly embrace that, then that's when God can use you, because now on all his anointing, man, I'm gonna tell you the rewards. The rewards that come with that, people, is that he put an anointing on your life, man, to where when I say no weapons formed against you can ever prosper, you are like freaking indestructible, man, unstoppable force that's moving and bulldozing through life to deliver on God's will. No one, no government, no nothing can stop you, man, because what God have in store for you is outside of this world. You know what I'm saying? It's heavenly, man. It's spiritual, man. It's a different realm. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many, it's a level of protection that come around you, people, that you can't even imagine the level of protection I'm talking about, man, where nothing but favor, abundance, and blessings can come your way, people. And the more you get to that point where you accept and embrace that to be your truth, is the more that will start to happen in your life. But you got to start somewhere. Get on your journey, people. Get on your journey, man, of transforming and changing your life and realizing God's purpose for your life, because he have a purpose for every single person here. Believe me when I tell you that. Anyways, people, that is my message right there. Shout out to Jamaica, man, who is the eye of this world. Shout out to Africa, who is the mother of this world. And shout out to the entire Caribbean, man. My mandate from God and purpose for being here, people, is to unite the Caribbean and Africa and bring about the greatest prosperity period that this world have ever seen, people. This world will never experience that level of prosperity until Africa and the Caribbean and black people across this world is liberated, man, and free. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's holding up all the blessings for this world, man. There's so much contribution that we as a people will and is making for this world, you know, and that only comes through liberation. But here's how it works, people. What God showed me in the spirit, and I say it every single day, is that we only see God's promise in our lives if we stand united. We must always, people, regardless of what's happening, stand united. We must stand united, because divided we fall. Now, we don't need examples of that. We've had centuries of that, people. We've been divided for far too long. This is our time. The time is right now, people. Not later, not next year. It's right now, people. Right now is our time. Take action, embrace it, man. Inspire, motivate each other, support each other. If you ain't got nothing good to say to another your brothers and sisters, man, shut up, man. You know what I mean? Find something positive, man. There's too many positive that you can find. Don't tear down each other, man. That's the division way. That's the old way of doing things. The new way is that we come together, we support each other, we encourage each other, we inspire each other, and we win together, people. That's how it works, man. Anyways, my prayer My declaration over your life today, number one, is that you are a millionaire. Number two is that you're married to the person of your dreams. Number three, people, is that you have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, man, is that the Spirit of God will continue to work on you. I pray that He continue to open your eyes, man, to see the real deal and see how powerful you is, and don't fall for the illusions of this world. You know, that is indeed my prayer for you, people. Go on your spiritual journey, people. Go on your journey and doing the work that is necessary so God can choose you and use you, man, to manifest the amazing destiny that He has for us all. With that being said, people, y'all have an amazing day, and we'll talk tomorrow.